Hello beauties, welcome back to the vlog. This week we continue our conversation on customer service. Yesterday we talked a little bit about courtesy and what I view as common courtesy, although we know that it's not that common. And today we're going to talk about another tenet of customer service to me, which is compassion. Compassion for the other person on the other side of the aisle, compassion for the person who's your customer or your vendor. And this is an example of, I'm going to share a story with you. To me, customer service, and really good customer service, is what you do when things go wrong. So compassion to me is really being genuinely concerned about your client or your customer's needs and trying to see things from their perspective, right? So I'm thinking about, this is a story I read years ago, but I think it's a good one from a compassion perspective and also just a customer service perspective. There's a restaurateur who owned several restaurants, and he went out to eat with his family. And while he was out to eat, his son or daughter, I can't remember, but his son maybe, said that he wanted a chocolate milkshake. And they're in the restaurant and they try to order a chocolate milkshake. I'd love to order chocolate milkshake. And the waiter says, "I'm sorry, we don't sell chocolate milkshakes." And the guy says, "Well, gosh, my son just so wants the chocolate milkshake, and can't you make that happen?" And the waiter's like, "No, we don't sell chocolate milkshakes. Do you see it on the menu? It's not on the menu. We don't sell it." And now this restaurateur is thinking about this. He's thinking about his own restaurants. He's thinking about his own staff. He's thinking about his own customers' experience. And he said, Do you mind if I ask you some questions?" And the waiter says, "Well, sure." He's like, "Do you have a blender in the back?" The waiter says, "We do." He's like, "Do you have ice in the back?" "We do." "Okay. Do you have chocolate ice cream in the back?" "We do." "So can you make my son a milkshake?" And the waiter said, "No, we can't." Now, what that restaurateur learned from that is that he wanted to make sure, and this is a really interesting way he approached this. He went back to all the restaurants he owned and he completely revamped his training. And guess what he started with? He taught every single person in his restaurants how to make a chocolate milkshake. Why? Why? Because he said he wanted everyone to have one thing in their mind when a customer asked them a question. The answer is yes. What's the question? So that when anyone asked a question, they were like, "Yes, of course. Yes, of course." It didn't even matter what the question was. "Yes, of course we can do it. Yes, of course I see your perspective. Yes, of course I can see how that would be the case," right? This compassion for perspective is important. Now, this is a lightweight example, right, of a milkshake, but this can be a deeper thing. People who come to our company bring us their dreams. They trust us to look into their systems. They trust us to take abstract ideas and turn them into something that's tangible. That's a big deal, right? And if we can't have compassion for our clients and understand their perspectives, right, then we're not doing it the right way. And so to me, the answer is yes. What's the question? See you tomorrow.